Why, hello there. Today's video is something I've been wanting to do for the longest time. It is my corset collection video. I've been an avid corset lover / collector for over 2 years now, and I'm in love with all of my corsets. I currently own 10 of them, and I wear just about all of them all of the time. I've worn them to work, to parties, to go out walking, for photo shoots, just for any occasion, lounging around the house. No, not really, I lied. Lounging around the house isn't really the best time to be wearing a corset. I'm going to be showing you guys each of my corsets. I'm going to be putting them on for you, and then I'm going to be talking and giving you my review and my thoughts on each one of them. But before I do that, I just wanted to mention I am not an advocate of waist training. I do not waist train. I have never waist trained. I've never claimed to waist train. And if you guys are curious about waist training or anything else, more information about corsetry, because I am not an expert at all. I just wear them for fashion, not for function. I just like the way that they look, and that is the reason why I wear them. So if you'd like to learn more about steel-borne corsets and maybe the do's and don'ts, and just more information in general from someone who is more knowledgeable than I am, I'm going to leave some links to articles and YouTube videos down below from people who actually know what they're talking about. So if you want to know more, just click on those guys down below. I was talking to someone on Instagram about corsetry, and her name is N Von Cannibal. I'll put her username here on the screen. Thank you so much for talking to me about corsets. And she told me that in waist training, it's best to get a corset that is 4 to 6 inches smaller than your natural measurements, at least in an underbust. And overbusts are better custom made to achieve a smaller bust to waist ratio. So that is not something that I do. That's not the reason why I wear my corsets, but if you want to know more, feel free to check out what I've put down below. If you lace the corsets too tightly, you will not be able to breathe, which is not the intended goal. The intended goal is to just reduce your waistline, not necessarily compress your lungs and your chest to the point where you have trouble breathing or are uncomfortable. If that is the case, don't do that. Unlace it a little bit. Just give yourself time, and if you are going to waist train, do it gradually and don't go straight in for, the smallest waist you can possibly achieve. Don't do that. Just use common sense, go slowly, take it easy on yourself, listen to your body. If it's saying that it's hurting, stop. Because the last thing you want to do is give your body permanent damage just because of the way you want to look for a few hours. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the corset collection and review. Now, the first 4 corsets I'm going to show you guys are steel boned, and what that means is that there are steel panels sewn in to the corset, and that's what helps to give you that really hourglass shape. These are a lot stronger than plastic bone corsets, so use them with caution. This first corset is an absolutely gorgeous overbust purple corset. Unfortunately, I couldn't find this online, but I know I bought it at corsetstory.com. Again, I'll leave all the links below to where I got my corsets whenever I can find them. Now, naturally, I have a 26.5-inch waist and a 34-inch bust, so that gives you some idea on sizing and comparison. When I put this corset on, all of them, I laced them to the point where I was comfortable. I wasn't struggling to breathe. I didn't yank them as hard as I could. This is just how I felt most comfortable. And this made my waist 26.5 inches, so I don't think that's any different from my normal waist size. But this is the longest corset that I own. It is an overbust. It does have a modesty panel in the back, the panel of material that matches the rest of the material of the corset, and that just serves to protect your modesty and not show your back skin. I just really love this corset. It's really long and elegant, and I just feel like such a queen when I wear it. It's a really beautiful black and royal purple, and it laces up the back. It has a hook and eye closure up the front, as most steel bone corsets do. And this is a size 22. Nothing really bad to say about this corset. The only thing is that because it is so long, it is a little harder to move around in, so that would be the only con that I would say. Otherwise, it's very well made, it's well constructed, and definitely worth the price. So this next corset that I was trying on for you guys is a black and silver striped corset. This, when I saw this, it reminded me so much of Tim Burton, I had to get it. The only thing that makes this a pain in the butt is all of the buckles in the front, because you have to do each one up manually, because it also is a zip up, which is nice. This particular corset, when laced to my level of comfort, reduced my waist to 25 inches. It does have a modesty panel. It is an overbust corset. It has the buckle up and zip up front. There are no hook and eye latches, and it does have very long ties in the back, as you can see. And this is a lot easier to move in because it is a lot shorter than the other corset that I just showed you. I'm able to run around in it, move around, I can wear it to work no problem, sit at my desk all day. And this is another corset that I got from Corset Story. I believe they were having a buy one get one half off sale, which is why I got these two together. And the black and silver one is a size 22. This next corset was the very first corset that I ever bought. I bought this probably 2 or 3 years ago now at the New York Renaissance Fair in Tuxedo. And I love this corset. It's a beautiful corset, but I think I was definitely ripped off when I bought it there because everything at the New York Renaissance Fair, the prices are ridiculous. So of course it's going to be more expensive there than if you buy it elsewhere. But I have seen this corset online for a lot cheaper. I think it was $80 and I originally paid $300 for it. So don't just buy the first corset you see, shop around. There could be a cheaper one for the same quality somewhere else. Lesson learned. I have learned to do my research now. But this is just such a gorgeous corset. It's black, which is perfect because it goes with everything, and it has this gorgeous rose detailing on it, which I love. This corset is probably the lowest cut corset that I own. It's a little scandalous, but it's really comfortable. I really enjoy wearing it. It reduces my waist to 24 3/4 inches. It has a modesty panel. This is an overbust corset. Has the hook and eye closure in the front, tie in the back. And the thing that makes this unique is that it also has side ties. As you can see my skin poking through there. And these are just regular ribbons that you can tie on the sides and make them tighter, looser, whatever your preference is, but that also helps it fit more snugly to your hips, whereas the black and silver one kind of flares out a little bit more around the hip area. This corset, oh my gosh, I just fell in love with it when I saw it online, especially because of the choker detail with the attached strings and everything. This is probably my favorite steel bone corset that I own because of just all the extra detailing like the collar. This is from corsetdeal.com. I actually bought 2 corsets from them, I believe. Another buy one get one half off deal, I'm sure. But this is called the Lycée Gothic corset, and this was $89. And this, I can't say enough about it. I wore this all day to the New York Renaissance Fair this year, and it was pretty comfortable to walk around in. My only thing that I don't like about it is that when I went outside, obviously, I needed sunscreen. So I put on sunscreen, then I put on my corset. And I'd worn this corset before just around the house to see if it fit, see if I needed to make any adjustments. And sometimes the materials that corsets are made out of are not the most expensive, especially one that's under $100, $200. But for this one, when I wore it around the house, it seemed fine. It didn't come off, nothing came off on my skin. But when I went to go wear it at the Renaissance Fair, I noticed after I put it on, after putting on my sunscreen, the black parts, especially the strings that go down onto my chest and the choker and the underarms as well, all of the black started transferring to my chest and my underarms, and I was like, no! But I was already at the fair, so there was nothing I could do about it. So that whole day I had to keep rubbing my skin and look like a weirdo to make sure that my skin didn't turn black. That was so annoying, but that is the only con of this corset so far. All of the detailing is just so beautifully done. I love this big metal O-ring in the middle there, and just all of the lacing is fantastic. It fits me very well. And this is an overbust corset. It has a modesty panel as well, and I have nothing bad to say about the wear of it, except for the fact that if you wear sunscreen, the black will come off on you. And this beautiful red and black corset is also a size 22. I think that's a trend for me. I guess I'm a size 22. So that was it for my steel bone corset collection. Now I'm going to move on to my plastic bone corsets. These do not reduce your waist at all. They don't really give you extra support. It's just more of a fashion statement, to me at least. Now the first one we have here is this black mesh overbust is so pretty. I just love all the detailing and that you can see through it. So it's a lot of fun to pair with different shirts. Like I paired it with an orange shirt the other day and it looked really cool, like very Halloween. Plastic boning is much more comfortable because it isn't as solid. There's a little more give, so it goes with your body a lot more if you move around. My problem with this one was that when I bought it on the website, because this was also from Corset Deal, I made sure to look at the sizing very carefully because I didn't really want to have to send this back and get another one. So I thought I got the right size, and when I got it, it didn't fit. So I was like, oh, you're kidding me. I figured out it's just the laces were too small. I don't know if you can see, but I'm at the very end. I just had to make a knot in the end of the laces. That was the issue. So I may have to get different laces for this one, but other than that, this is very comfortable. It looks great. It has a hook and eye closure in the front, and this has no modesty panel, so that when you wear it, you'll be able to see skin or your shirt, whatever you're wearing underneath. On to the next one. This one was given to me as a gift, so unfortunately I do not know where to get this, but it is the cutest pink satin overbust corset. This is also plastic boned, and I love it because it's so girly and so feminine. This is also really, really comfortable. It has the hook and eye closures in the front, lace up in the back, and you have 2 ribbon ties, one at the top of your bust and then at the bottom right in the front of the corset, which I think is really cute. And it has the black ribbon all through the corset, which is really pretty. And again, this one does not have a modesty panel, so you can see right through the back. And this is a size small. Now, going back. These underbust corsets were the first corsets that I bought after my black overbust from the Renaissance Fair, because I just wanted something that was really quick and easy, and I love the way underbust corsets look, and I think they just add a little touch of extra oomph to any outfit or dress or skirt. It looks really pretty. So I got them in 2 different colors. It's the same exact corset, just red and black. So this is the first one in red, and it has hook and eye closure in the front, tie up in the back. But these have modesty panels, which is really nice. I find that these kinds of corsets are the best for everyday wear because they do give you a little bit of support, but they're not so restrictive to the point where you feel uncomfortable sitting down or walking around. The only thing is that sometimes when I eat, I have to take these off because they're centered more around my intestine area, so that, as you know, is where the food goes. When I have food babies, I have to take these off. If you're looking for an affordable corset that you just want to put on for fashion's sake, I highly recommend these underbust corsets. They're great. They're affordable and they're comfortable. Now this is the black one. It's the exact same as the red one. Hook and eye closure, tie up in the back, modesty panel. The only thing is that I bought this one first, and I've worn this so much. This is probably my most worn corset that I've ever bought. So, that being said, there are some little pieces of wear and tear on it that I felt I should mention, because I have had this probably the second longest out of all the corsets that I've shown you, so I've worn it the most, and as a result there are some things that have happened. So some of the threads have come undone, as you see on the top here, as well as on the bottom, and then on the bottom left of the corset itself there is some pilling where the material itself has started to come, undone. The threads are coming a little loose, but other than that, this has held up really well for being 2 years old and wearing it as often as I do. So I highly recommend these guys. They're definitely worth it for the price. And these underbust corsets are from Amazon. Now that's it for my official corsets, but I do have 2 more to show you guys that are just kind of corset tops. I figured I would throw them in just for fun. Now this first one, I love the way this looks, but you definitely get what you pay for, and this was on the cheaper side. I bought this off Amazon. But when I saw this online, the photo gave me hope that, oh, maybe this will be an actual good quality corset top that I can wear. And so I bought it. Like I said, you get what you pay for. So this is more of a PVC constructed material, and this is actually a size large. So I'm normally a size medium in most clothing, so if you are a size medium, I would recommend ordering a size up, size small, order a size medium, etc. But I really like this. I just wish that it wasn't so cheap, because all of the things that look like metal are actually plastic. And I have to say, this material is not breathable at all. With most corsets, especially steel-boned ones, you'll find that they're made out of cotton so they can breathe more easily when you're wearing them, especially for long periods of time. That's definitely more ideal. For this guy, oh my gosh, I wore this, I think, in July, and I was sweating so much. I had to take it off. It was ridiculous. And also, another thing that I really didn't like about it, when it first came in the mail, it smelled so bad. It just had this really, really strong plastic smell to it, which was not pleasant, and it lasted for a good week, even though I put it out to air it out a little bit. So that was disappointing, especially because the first time that I wore it, the smell had died down a little bit, but when I wore it out, you could smell the plastic, and then when I took it off afterwards that night, my skin smelled like plastic as well, so that was not fun. So if you do buy this, I recommend airing it out for probably 2 or 3 weeks, unless you don't care if you smell like plastic, then that's up to you. And the other thing about this is that just for my body type, I wish that it came down a little bit further on my torso, because I feel like it cuts off kind of at an awkward length. But other than that, it's very comfortable. It does have some small plastic bones in it, but they're hardly, you can hardly even tell that they're in there. They're very bendable. And then my next one that I have to show you guys, I actually found this in a thrift shop, and it looks like the brand is Zum Zum. And this, it's a size 9 to 10. And it's just a really cute little top. It's very flexible. There is plastic boning in there as well, but that's also very bendable. You can move around in it, no problem. I just really love the size of this and the corset color and the fact that there are little black ruffles and black sparkly details on it. It's just so pretty and so cute. And it's really comfortable. Also, I really like when I can wear tops without having to wear a bra. So this guy definitely fits the bill with that. So I can wear this all day and be very comfortable. And this guy doesn't have any lacing up, it's just the zip up in the back, and that's about it. I just really like it, it's really comfortable. Actually, when I first bought this, it didn't fit me, it was a little too big, so I actually took it in a little bit, which was a very proud moment for me because I do not sew. But for this guy, I sewed. And that is it for all of my corsets and my corset tops. Thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I've put all the prices where I've got them down below in the description box, as well as recommendations if you want to learn more about waist training, corsetry, etc. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun to make, and I love modeling all my corsets. They're all so beautiful, and I hope you guys enjoyed them too. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time!